Hello, everybody. Peter KJ5AJB here for Ham Radio Crib Notes. Today actually yesterday there was a big release of HamClock 4.04, and I just figured I'd let you all know some of the highlights on the updates here. So I'll be reading them off the screen here. The big one is the ability to select multiple background maps to rotate. If you click on the upper left corner of the map display, you can now choose multiple styles, and these will change according to the period you configured on setup page 5. This brings the map pane in line with all the others where you can select multiple options. In addition, the DX cluster pane can now be rotated with the other panes. This is a big one because you could have, for example, live spots and DX cluster rotating in a pane, and both will continue to monitor and plot on the map even if they're not visible in the pane. A small change in the user interface means that if you have a menu box open, such as the padlock or map menu, you can now click anywhere outside the menu box to close it. You don't have to specifically click on the cancel button anymore. Stations are now plotted on the map using the 6-character grid squares. This means that they now appear in the correct location when zooming in. There have been performance tweaks to the maps, and they'll load quicker and will be cached locally, having to call them to save having to call them from HamClock servers every time. The messages which pop up to say the maps are redrawing have been modified in appearance, and although the background color has changed, they're all now smaller and should appear less often. There's also a gray mode configurable on setup page 5, where you can set either the entire display or just the map to be displayed in shades of gray. This has been requested for colorblind operators and has been on the list of things to do for some time, but wasn't possible before. It has added support for CC nodes, but that's relevant because you should all be connecting your HamClock to the dxspider.co.uk port 7300. There are big changes with the way watch lists are handled, and they can now be managed within the POTUS, SOTA, and cluster panes. You can now set watches for an individual band, specific frequency ranges, and more. There's a whole extended section in the user guide on page 13 to explain how they work. And you can find that on the clearskyinstitute.com page. So hope this was informative to you, and y'all enjoy and have a great